Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Monday, May 22nd, 2017. The tarot card for today is the Knight of Wands. How appropriate can this be? First of all, it's May 22nd. Can you believe it? We've been talking about this for a long, long time. I have to tell you. Now, the last time we saw this card was March 23rd. Now, think about that for a minute, okay? That was right after the equinox. And we started talking about all of the changes that were taking place from equinox to equinox, and how the period from the equinox to today would be one of that trying to move forward but not being able to see clearly until today arrives. Now, for those of you who have arrived late to the party and are wondering why we're focused in on today, even though today itself there's nothing particular that's happening, that's part of the reason, okay? We have just seen yesterday Mercury leave shadow. Several days ago, Venus left shadow. These were two of our biggest holdups for this year thus far. And we're finally at a point where whatever you were thinking about back in January, now you know what you want to do. Now you know how you want to go forward. And this is the perfect card for it, because the Knight of Wands, he has that passion, the passion for adventure and being ready to go. There is a caution that comes with him, about your energy and keeping it directed, the way it needs to go, not being hasty, not being scattered. So we currently have Mars in Gemini. So that does tend to make things a little bit that way. But I think if you're aware of it at this point, you can have, control over that. Instead of going over here and then going over there and not getting as much accomplished. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Mars in Gemini does tend to be a little bit scattered. But there's definitely, like right now, you may just suddenly, after all this time, sitting and saying, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? You may just get up and go do it. It's that kind of an energy. And I've had that happen to me a number of times in my life, where I've worked out in my head every different scenario of something that I want to do. And then in the end, I get up and I go do something totally different in a very impulsive way. That could be my Aries rising, but we're all affected differently, in other words. But today is definitely not a day for being idle. It is a day for taking action. And, the energy is there. That's what I really love about it. The energy is there for this. And what did I just say about my rising sign being Aries? The moon is in Aries today, okay, to top it all off. So there is no way that you are sitting still and letting grass grow under your feet. It just isn't happening, all right? This is wonderful because I've often described today as a day where you've walked out of like that jungle into the clearing. You know how, let's say you were stuck on an island, but in the middle of it on a jungle, and you came out, the fog is cleared, the jungle's gone, and you can see. You can see across the horizon. You can see where you're headed, maybe that ship out there that you're looking for. And today is where you say, I know now what it is I need to do. And this card, the Knight of Wands, is giving you that positive, fiery energy to go do it. That is, watching how it's all coming together is amazing to me, okay? We've been on this journey for a long, long time. And, it's a never-ending journey. And along the way, I have to laugh because there have been people who've said, Cecilia, you put it off. And that's because they've been focused on one thing and one thing only in their life. And they've gone through life with these blinders on. This is what I want, and I'm only focused on that. I'm not paying attention to my life. I'm not paying attention to what's happening. That's all I want. So if you're going to tell me something different and I don't have it by that date, well then, you just pushed it back. Life doesn't get pushed back. It keeps on going. And we always have new adventures, and we always have new cycles that we're in. And we're in a very exciting cycle right now with the, North Node in Leo and the South Node in Aquarius. It's big changes are coming for everyone across the board. And today is where it all finally begins. Now, let's see, we're at the 22nd, right? So we don't have too many days left of this month. And you're probably saying, okay, yesterday we had the Wheel of Fortune. We know things are moving. We know that, fate is stepping in here. What's happening? Well, everybody has a different story, first of all. As far as things happening this month, I think even if you set that ball rolling, you're not going to quite see it until about the time of the solstice when the sun enters Cancer. I think then you're like, no, okay, I've got this. And because you're working on making decisions and forward movement. But I'll tell you what, there is no sitting still these next 4 weeks. Not at all. So you are definitely like taking this energy and running with it. Just be careful, like I said, with Mars in Gemini, because that may have you going, in more than one direction, trying to accomplish things. Some people can, some people can't. So just be careful with that. Other than that, I think that this is just such a positive moment that, when you finally realize everything that's going on and what you're going to do, you're just going to be excited. It's a very exciting energy as well. So I want to thank you all very much for listening. I am so glad that we made it here together. I'll see you here again tomorrow. And as always, have a great day.